Right now at noon, we are tracking some rain, wind, and cooler temperatures as part of our region. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm William Perry White Jr. Welcome to CBS 3 Eyewitness News at Noon, now streaming live on CBS News Philly. My Aunt Janelle Burrell is on assignment, so Uncle Jim Donovan has left me in charge. Today is still Friday. It's May 6, 2022. So let's go over to Larissa for the latest on this system. Larissa, take it away.
Here it is. We have this area of low pressure. The core of it is still well out west, but there is heavy rain associated with it as it will be tapping into some moisture to the south, and that's what's bringing the rain overhead right now. It's light rain, really. The heavier rain will be moving through later on this afternoon, and as we move our attention to what's happening just to our south and west, you can see some flood watches, some flood advisories are in effect right now, and all of this heavier rain will be entering our region here by the time we head home from work. Temperatures outside of the door right now in the 50s. It's been a cool end to the work week, and these temperatures are really not going to budge too much. Right now, winds are calm, but as the system gets closer, these winds will be kicking up. It's raining lightly at the moment, despite the cloud cover, and the rain visibility is looking fine, and temps, as I've been mentioning, are in the 50s. Take a look at what else is happening across the region. Rain is pretty widespread, falling at a gentle pace from the Lehigh Valley up through the Poconos, extending along I-95, even out towards Dover. They're seeing a little bit of rainfall so far. Now, here's what you need to know. This is a slow-moving system that will be sticking around, influencing our weather at least through Sunday. We will be tracking wind gusts as high as 50, at times 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Rain will be heavy, and before it is all said and done, we could pick up anywhere between 1 to 2.5 inches, and it is much cooler now. Well, that'll be the trend for the rest of the weekend, and we'll have the forecast coming up.
Thank you, Larissa. Now to breaking news right now this Friday afternoon about Joel Embiid. The Sixers center has cleared concussion protocols and was playing this morning despite the fact that he had a shooting round, but he's still questionable for Game 3 against the Heat. The question is, do you think the Sixers can pull out a win tonight at home without their star center? 80% said no, and 20% said yes, according to Twitter. You can still feel the playoff energy in the air, folks, as the Sixers pep team gets pumped up. That's ahead of their game for later tonight. You can trust the process on that, folks. There's a whole lot of Sixers t-shirts that you see on the fans' stands right there. That's pretty amazing right there. I'll always be a member of the Sixers, no doubt about it. Students in the Philadelphia School District are also getting pumped up for the game as well. Today is Philly Unite Day. CBS 3 stopped by South Philadelphia High School at Broad Street and Snyder Avenue as the Sixers kicked off. So they're wearing their special Sixers gear. And of course, CBS 3 will have live team coverage on Game 3 tonight. My Uncle Don Bell is courtside, so he'll have a live update on Eyewitness News at 4 o'clock, which I will not be doing. You can always get the latest on the Sixers on CBSPhilly.com and CBS News Philly. In other news this Friday afternoon, a funeral mass was held this morning at the Cathedral St. Peter and Paul for Father Stephen Wetzel. He died on Thursday, May 5th, despite the fact that he had a case of an illness. He provided counsel and comfort to Philadelphia community members, but he'll be laid to rest on Monday, May 9th in Maryland. Now at noon, Chopper 3 is over the Commodore Barry Bridge this morning. You can see a car being wedged up with a tractor trailer. This happened around 7:30 on the Route 322 off-ramp in Chester. The driver of the car was killed. 2 passengers, including an infant, suffered minor injuries. The truck driver was not hurt. Still no word on what caused this investigation and crash. An update now on our COVID-19 coverage. Regulators are strictly limiting who can get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The FDA says the shot could only be given for adults who can't receive it. And with that being said, it's very contagious. But it's going to make you safe. No doubt about it, folks. To the latest now on the jobs report, America's employers added over 400,000 jobs in April. Today's jobs report from the Labor Department said that last month's hiring kept the unemployment rate at 3.6. That's just above the lowest level in a half a century ago. Gains were highly leisured up, despite the fact that we still have a pandemic on our hands. But the stocks fell on Thursday. It was the worst day in the history. So, with that being said, I hope the stocks go up very, very soon because it's very crazy to see those stocks go down like that, folks. But it happens on a daily basis, no doubt about it. Let's take a look at the stock market right now. Everything is still down, with the Dow Jones being down by 239, Nasdaq down by 109, and the S&P 500 went down a little bit less than 10 or more than 10. But to be honest, though, it is what it is. Let's go to Alicia Reed, joining us live at PHL with the latest on what's going on. Alicia, my sister, good afternoon to you.
Standing right outside the Spirit Airlines terminal, the spokesperson for the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA, says these picketers want a sustainable network as they move into the busy summer months. Simply put, flights that take off and arrive on time. With limited staffing, he says any small disruption sends the airline into a full-blown meltdown, not only leaving passengers stranded, but flight attendants as well. Employees tell us this is the fifth time since last August where operational issues have left crew members and passengers high and dry for days on end. On top of that, attendants are not being provided hotel rooms, so some resort to sleeping on airport floors. Last weekend was extremely busy, and this Mother's Day holiday weekend is expected to be more of the same. Frustrated employees have already picketed in Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Dallas, Vegas, and Detroit. They tell us they plan to rally at other airports throughout the country until Spirit Airlines addresses their concerns.
We had to cancel 30 of our flights on Friday, 50 more of our flights Sunday. Whole times to try to get to our scheduling department 3 to 4 hours at a time. And again, just waiting around trying to get hotel rooms for our crew members that are tired. We're short-staffed at the moment as well.
We reached out to Spirit Airlines for comment on these accusations. So far this hour, we haven't heard back.
Thank you, Alicia. It's been under investigation for months. We're still talking about that bridge collapse, and we're learning more information about what caused it to do things like that. Plus, the latest on Storm Watch tracking heavy rain throughout the Friday and through the weekend. Larissa Abreu, my sister, will have it all when CBS 3 at noon comes right back on this Friday. Stay with us.